Welcome everyone to episode 447 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps, we all flex the fucking gun show, and Papa Swoleo's got some treats for you today about not forgetting the little guy. The little guy, and I don't mean about not forgetting the little tiny guy who's got no fucking gains. I'm talking about the little muscles that each and every single one of you should be focusing on to make the best gains, your gains. And the best gains are your gains. And let's be honest, the best gains are your gains. It's not my gains, it's not his gains, it's not her gains. It's your fucking gains.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Your gains are the most important, and we're here to talk about the most important aspect of your gains, the little guy. The little people and the little ones, the little muscles that you forget that fuck you up long term. And that's the biggest kicker. That's the biggest kicker, are those ones that you forget. The ones that everyone forgets. And I've talked a lot about stabilizers and small, tiny muscles. So today we're getting into that. So thank you so much for joining me live every day at 12 noon. Eastern time on the Daily Sleazy right here on Facebook. And remember, you can watch every episode on YouTube or listen to the podcast and bang your ear holes with all these sick knowledge nukes and listen to the gains, listen to the growth, listen to Papa Swoleo get large live on camera on SoundCloud and iTunes. So those of you that are following me on Instagram, you know that I've been out and about. I've been, mobile swolling a little bit. And tonight is the workshop. Tonight is the exercise training workshop where I'm gonna go over several amazing corrective isolation exercises that are gonna help every single person, whether you wanna get big, whether you wanna get leaner, whether you want to get more athletic, whether you're training for a certain purpose, whether you trying to lose, like I said, a lot of weight, whether you have strength imbalances, whether you have pain or injuries or constant kind of aches and struggles in the gym or just with your posture. This is going to help everyone. This workshop tonight is going to be fucking lit. So if you haven't signed up yet, it's free to sign up. There's a link in the description, premium.swolenormous.com. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to go over all sorts of little things, especially like this fucking little guy. What's this little guy? The fuck is this? I'm going to explain all about what this is and things like it tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time for premium. So the little guy. Let's jump into this Thursday, and I think it's a great episode. I think it's a great ramp up into tonight's workshop, and it kind of ties into everything we've been talking about the last few days, especially with the glutes and especially with focusing on the things that are most important to you in your training. Stop thinking about society and what society wants. We've talked about that in the last couple episodes. Don't worry about what the newspaper, Instagram says. It's not all about abs, it's not all about a six-pack, it's not all about big arms. Those things are great, but what is the real kicker? What is the real thing? What is the real nugget that is gonna keep you happier, healthier, longer? So those of you that are already in Swolenormous Nation, those who have been in Swolenormous Nation for a long time, you know this is all about the long haul, right? This is all about the long term. This is all about the future. This is not about now. This is not about in 2 months or 3 months. This whole community is all about forever. This is a forever fitness family. So what we are putting together here and what we are shaking up and what we are bringing back to reality is the fact that we are here as long as we are here. We are on Earth as long as we're here on Earth. And that means our entire life. It's about life. It's not for the short term. It's not for 6 months. It's not even for next year. It's forever. So we're creating the foundation. Swolenormous is all about getting fucking yoked. It's all about having big fucking biceps. It's all about having small fucking biceps. It's all about having abs. It's all about not having abs. It's all about being happy and being who you are. So it really is about everything and anything that has to do with fucking maximizing the awesomeness of your life based on your own metrics. What do you find important to yourself? But as individualized as that is, I think we can all agree that it's important not to have pain, right? It's important not to have setbacks. What I am hell-bent on and what this whole week is really about and what tonight's workshop is really about is putting yourself and ourselves in the best position to avoid avoidable pain and avoid avoidable problems. Does that make sense? Like if there's something that there are a lot of things out there that you shouldn't have problems with. Like, you shouldn't have chronic back pain as a result of weak glutes. If you have a car accident and that impact fucks up your lower back, I mean, what are you gonna do about it? You can do your best, but that's like the shit end of the stick, like it sucks. But you shouldn't have lower back problems because your glutes are shut down. You shouldn't have hamstring tears because your glutes are not firing. You shouldn't have chronic plantar fasciitis in your feet because your glutes aren't working. You shouldn't have chronic neck pain and shoulder pain because you have unstable hips. Like, those are preventable. And if we can prevent those things, then let's fucking do it. And it doesn't matter how big you want to get, it doesn't matter how you want to look, it doesn't matter what your goal is. I don't think anyone here is like, nah, I'm good, I love pain. Nah, I'm good, I love like feeling achy every fucking day. Like, no, that's cool, I want that. I don't think anyone here actually wants that. That's not what you want. First off, I see a lot of thumbs. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, people, make sure you share this broadcast. If you're loving the Daily Swole, if you love the broadcast, if you're enjoying the beard and the hair blowing in the breeze, hit the like button, but hit the share button. You know, tag someone after you go offline. Make sure you spread the word. I appreciate that. But hit that share button. It's super simple, and it just goes to show everyone else that while they're being fat and lazy and while they don't give a fuck, you're taking care of yourself and you're on the right track. Get them on the gain train. Offer them a couple free tickets. Offer them a couple free tickets to the gun show. Get them on the gain train. Tell them you're going to Boston, Mass. Tell them you're going to Boston, Mass, and you'd like to invite them along. You know, bring them along for the ride, you know? We're here for the ride. And I know a lot of people probably look and see like, oh, Swolenormous, this guy, fucking bearded, long hair, he's flexing on everyone, you're grunting. It's not all about getting fucking huge. We talk about that, and it's fun to say, and it's, yeah, I mean, some of us, that's our goal. But it's about the small things. And it's about the little guys, it's about those little muscles. So what little muscles are important? Well, we're gonna go over that tonight, but let's go over that a little bit in breadth. And let's start at the top, right? Let's start at the top. You know what? No, let's start at the bottom. Let's start from the ground up, because that's how the body is most effectively balanced. It starts at the ground up, the foundation. So let's start at the feet. We're talking about the extensors in the foot. Talking about the tibialis anterior, the muscles, not the calves, but the muscles on the front of the shin. We're gonna be talking about those, how those balance the ankle joints. We're gonna be talking about the legs. We're gonna talk about the thighs, talking about the TFL, muscles on the side, how that can affect the gluteus medius and the lateral stabilizers of the thigh and of the hip. We're also gonna be discussing the glutes. That's not one of the small little guys, but what's deep inside the glutes. The piriformis and some of those deep rotators, those of you, and you can float some hearts, unfortunately, or some thumbs, if you have sciatic issues, if you have like that lightning kind of like nerve pain that shoots down your leg. These muscles that are deep inside the glutes can affect negatively things like the sciatic nerve. You can have chronic pain in that sense. But the stabilizers around the core, the transverse abdominis, you can't see it. Those pelvic floor stabilizers, you can't even see it, let alone know that they even exist. You didn't know until I just said it. And these muscles you can't see. All the muscles, all the small ones, you really can't see that well from the outside because they're deep inside and they're against the joint and they're not flaunty. It's not sexy to work your tibialis anterior. It's not sexy to inhibit your piriformis. It's not sexy to activate your transverse abdominis. But when it's activated, you don't have pain, you're stronger, you're more efficient, you don't quit your workouts, you're able to be more consistent because you're not sitting on the couch, you know, with your aching back or your, you know, thigh hurts, so you have any kind of inflammation. The multifidus muscles, some spinal erectors along the back. How about the rotator cuff, the posterior deltoid? How about the posterior rotator cuff, the deltoid, and the rhomboids in the middle and lower trapezius? When I say traps, what do you think? You think right here. You think what's up by the neck. Little maybe did you know that the traps go all the way down your back, all the way down to almost the base of your spine. They go all the way back. They're trapezius shaped. It goes all the way down. And the middle and lower parts are extremely important because that top part, everyone in the gym doing shrugs, and it's fucking up your neck. These little guys are extremely important. The little muscles of the forearm, how many of you have tendinitis on the outside or inside of your elbow? These muscles are all skinny little guys. They're all skinny little guys. Well, how do you balance that out? Those things are extremely important. And I have some very, very good strategies that I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna demonstrate on camera a couple things for each of these areas. I'm gonna give you a nice little complete workout. I'm gonna give you a little worksheet also in the premium group that's going to give a list of all these exercises we're gonna go over. It's gonna be like a little kind of general corrective, you know, spread for the entire body, okay? And these are the things the small things, the little things that I want you to start thinking about with your fitness. I know when you go to the gym, and I know when your friends go to the gym, what are you doing today? Oh, we're doing chest. Oh, we're doing legs. Today's leg day. No one says, oh, it's rotator cuff day. Oh, it's, extensor digitorum day. Like, oh, it's, it's lower trap day. And you don't necessarily have to have a day for each of these things, but these are things that should be coded over and these should be focused on individually, but also as a whole when you're doing your training at the beginning as part of the warm-up, as part of the activation. You could do these on a separate day, like a corrective day. You could do these for 1 or 2 or 3 weeks in a row, just focus on correctives and do yoga and add them into your routine. And then once you implement your normal strength training, you could integrate these as part of a warm-up. There's a lot of different strategies to get these as a part of your fitness lifestyle, of your fitness programming, but the most important thing is that you do them. But the first thing, even before that you do them, it's important that you accept the fact that you need that you change your mentality. It's not just bigger is better. More isn't just better. It's not about more weight. It's not about training harder. It's not about being more sweaty and being more fucked up and having ripped fingers and doing a ton of wall ball tosses and running fucking 5 miles and doing 1,000 push-ups. That's not what it's about. It's about the long term. And so many of you, when you think about a physical process and a physical change and a physical adaptation, that's actually a lot more short term than you realize. You might be able to get bigger muscles within a couple months or a year. You might be able to lose 50 or 100 pounds within a year or 2. But are you planning on just living to be another year or 2 older? You're gonna be here for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. What are you creating as a foundation that's going to set you up for 40 years down the road? In 40 years, I fucking guarantee you're not gonna care how much you bench. In 40 years, you're not gonna care how much you deadlift. In 30 years, you're not gonna care how much you curl, because either you're gonna be in pain, you're not gonna be curling anywhere near as much anyway, so it doesn't matter, but you're gonna be looking back and you're gonna be like, oh man, I wish I didn't go so heavy and throw out my back. Oh, I wish I didn't try to get 600 pounds on my deadlift and blow my fucking spine out. Oh, I wish I didn't go so heavy on those squats and I wouldn't have torn my ACL. Or my MC, or meniscus. It's like, there are things now that people do that even at my age, I'm early 30s, but it's like I will see in the gym that are my age or older. I'm like, why are you going so heavy? Like, yeah, it's great, but fucking stop now while you have a chance. Doesn't mean you can't train hard. Doesn't mean you can't lift heavy, but you don't have to push it to that fucking max level. Like you don't have to do a 3-rep max. You don't have to do 1-rep max. It's just people try to hold on to their youth so much. They try to hold on to what they've always done. They're 45 years old, and yeah, because they periodize and they've done it appropriately and they're professional lifters, and I get it. But at the same time, it's like, I know you're trying to do, and you're doing what you've always done, your body's adapted, but at the same time, it's like, there's a little bit, there are those coatings of denial, and you can see it just by the fact that it even exists. Because people are still doing it, because people aren't tapering down, they're still competing at the level they always were. And it doesn't mean they're gonna get hurt, but to me it just signifies that they're not accepting the fact that it's wearing them down more. It's getting to the point where you have to really think about the future. And doesn't mean you can't be power lifter until you're 80 or 90. If you love it to death, you never want to leave it. I get it. But for the average person that's not a professional power lifter or strength coach, there comes a time, and that time is now, mind you, where you have to think about logically where you want to go, where you want to be in the future, because before you know it, it's going to be here, and you can't go back. You can't go back and redo. You can't go back and relearn. You can't go back and just do corrective exercise and, oh, it's magically gonna go away. Because then you have 20, 30, or 40 more years of compounded tension and adhesions that are gonna be limiting your movement. And a lot of injuries and damage is gonna be permanent. You're not gonna be able to go back on it. So if you're looking to avoid those things, if you're looking to really make a difference, make that difference now and start paying attention to these little things. You can still enjoy yourself. You can still fucking get huge. You can still lift heavy, but are you lifting heavy with the right balance? Are you lifting heavy with the right mentality of applying these little things to balance out the bigger ones? You gotta add it in. It doesn't have to be like, it's like eating your vegetables. You might not like it, but you should. Do you have to? No, but we all know what happens when you don't. You get malnutrition, you have illnesses and diseases and things from low fiber and micronutrients you're not receiving. It could be a lot of issues. So could you never do corrective exercise and focus on these things and live a long life? Sure, but what is the quality and what is the risk of that quality? What are the chances of having success or what are the chances of having failure and having injury and having chronic pain. The risk gradually and greatly and exponentially increases as you get older and will continue to increase. Why add risk when you don't have to? That's foolish. Adding risk and adding unnecessary risk is stupid. That's stupidity. So listening to what I'm saying and not applying these things that I'm teaching is stupidity when you don't, if you're looking to increase risk. Think about it. You're consciously accepting more risk. Why? There's enough risk in life and enough chaos to last everyone. You don't need more risk and chaos. We have enough. You have enough. You don't need more. So don't make it harder for yourself. Make it easier and make it better for the long term. So I will see each and every one of you tonight in the premium workshop. We're going to go over all of this. It's going to be about an hour, probably a little bit more, and it's at 8 p.m. Eastern time. The link is in the description of the post. If you're listening, you can also catch it. Just go to premium.swolenormous.com. premium.swolenormous.com. I'm going to go over all of it and blast the living crap out of it. And tonight in the workshop, I also have some major announcements for premium coming up. So in the workshop, I'm going to be announcing that for premium for Friday. So tonight there's a big thing coming on Friday and a big thing coming for premium on Tuesday. So I'm gonna make that announcement tonight in the workshop. And I'm gonna let all you premium peeps know what's going down let's say tomorrow's Friday, tomorrow. But I'll tell all you guys about it and ladies about it in premium later tonight when we're in the workshop. So make sure they're live, 8 p.m. Eastern time. But remember, if you can't catch it live, you can catch it later. But if you're there live, you can interact and ask questions. But we're gonna mow through a couple great exercises and give you a cool worksheet to follow it up with. And we're gonna crush it. So thank you so much for joining me for episode 447 of the Daily Mother Swole. I'll see everyone here live at 12 noon Eastern time tomorrow for 448. You can also catch them on YouTube and listen to the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. Everyone else, I will also catch you on Instagram. Follow me there if you're not following me on Insta, and leave a nice Facebook review if you have not yet here on the Facebook page. So premium is gonna be lit like a tit tonight. Remember, premium workshop tonight. I'm super excited to go over all this in more detail. Peace of a geese, deuce of a goose. I'll see all of you tonight at 8 p.m. Later.